tuning in. It's the main free back again. Ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions. We the best, we come again. Kop-ish clean up in every region. Elevation in every season. Cal dropping all the fast match, dropping real rap and drifty quan, tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kopish.
Yes, people, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching this around the world. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you are blessed. Big up your damn selves every time. Welcome to Kopish and welcome to the morning meetup show. Time a little bit later than usual. Apologies for that, anyone who was waiting. But I'm here now and let's get into it, man. Before we do that, make sure you smash that like button for me, please, people. Subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 40,000. Help us get there. If you haven't, I know it is very easy to forget to subscribe. Some people probably don't even realize they're not subscribed. So please make sure you check. And if you are, if you aren't, then just hit that subscribe button real quick, people. Also, this video is brought to you by okjersey.com. Great place to get top quality shirts for an absolute great price, people. And if you add the code Kopish at the checkout, you get an extra 8% off, which is already a great price. So make sure you go over and check them out, guys. Get your orders in now to make sure you get them for Christmas if you are looking to get any Christmas presents for anyone. I see a few familiar faces in the chat. Big up your damn selves each and every time, people. You know what it is already. Not really anything to talk about this morning, really, guys, unless anyone in the chat wants to let me know something I might have missed. Been scanning the airwaves for around half an hour while preparing for the show. You haven't seen anything. There's not really been any news, any transfer news or anything like that, which you would expect. Everything has been about the Leeds game. Everything has been about the press conference that Slot did. And I'm just going to go over a few of the things that he spoke about and get you guys' opinion on it. I've watched it in its entirety. I can see a few of you saying, yeah, you've all watched. As you can see it from what I put on the title, it's our aim to get back to the top four was one of the things that came out of that presser that I thought was a bit crazy. To just hear my manager even say that's what it is. We all know that's what it is as well. That's what's depressing, right? Like, we know that is what it is, that we're in the top four race. But it just felt really, it was just really annoying for it to like be such a memorable moment for me anyway. I don't know about you, lot, but watching the press conference, that was one of the most memorable moments. The just hearing the manager talk about that being the aim. Yeah, it really annoyed me. As I can see with some of you guys in the comments, it annoyed you as well. But let me just touch on, and I'm gonna paraphrase because I obviously, like, I'm going off of memory. Having watched the press conference about half an hour ago. So I'm going off of memory of what he spoke about. But first thing I wanted to do is address when he spoke about Mo. Now, he was asked the question about, here's the thing, yeah. I've got a feeling that these people in the press conference, even though normally journalists do like to do the whole negative thing or whatever, and, you know, they love that shit and putting teams down, and they just love negativity, right? Negativity sells newspapers and articles and all that. It definitely does feel to me like either A, they're being a little bit, they're going a little easy on him at the moment, considering the pressure that he should be under, or they're being told what they can ask. Like, remember he was asked, did he sleep well? And like, just weird questions. And I don't know what's going on. Is it the club protecting him? I don't know, because I think these journalists would go in. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the club making sure that they don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speculating. You know what I mean? So it's just weird. Like, the questions seem to be very light for the amount of pressure he is and should be under. Yeah, that I've just noticed. I don't know if you lot think the same or not. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much. I don't know, but he definitely doesn't feel like he's been getting enough questioning this season in his press conferences for how bad we're playing. But anyway, the question was reframed, and he was asked, "Isn't is it an indication that he is still important to the club?" When asked about Mo, because he brought Mo off the bench, rather than talking about the fact that he was benched 2 games in a row. And Slot alluded to the fact that he was very aware that dropping Mo would create stories. I don't know if that is him admitting it's part of his thinking because he doesn't want stories made up about him or whatever. I don't know. Or if he's just naturally answering the question that I guess we all do know the answer to, right? Whatever it is. What I will say is, I mean, first of all, we've got the date he'll be going to AFCON, which is the 15th. Of December. So we've got 10 more days until Mo goes. I can't remember exactly how many games we play in that time. In fact, let me actually have a look quickly. How many games do we play between now and the 15th? Bear with me, people. So we have our game against Leeds tomorrow, obviously, which will be the 6th. And then we have Inter Milan on Tuesday, which is the 9th. Then we have Brighton at home on the 13th. And our next game after that is Tottenham on the 20th. So Mo will be gone by the Tottenham game. So we have Brighton, Inter, and Leeds. 2 very tough games. Away from home. And the way they're playing currently as well, a pretty tough game at home to Brighton as well. Or the way we're playing, an extremely tough game. I think every bloody team is going to be difficult the way we're playing. But it was just a little bit strange to me how easy the questions were, like I said. And then on the Mo thing, he was just like, he's been so great for me and he's been so great for the club, and yada yada yada. And it just, I didn't really get. I just get a sense he's just going through the motions with some of these questions and just saying stuff. I wasn't really sure why, he was giving the answers for some of the things he was given. For example, he was asked about Elliot, and he was asked, Elliot's not been playing much. Are you thinking about Elliot? Have you heard anything about Elliot? Blah, blah, blah. And he basically was just like, ask Villa. I mean, I get it. At the moment, he's a Villa player, so I kind of get it. But again, it just, because I think he was asked, like, have you thought about bringing him back? Could you use him? And he kind of just said, ask Villa. That's basically all it was. And it was like, okay, Slot, all right. Whatever you say, bro. I think what was crazy for me is when he was asked about Chiesa. Now, I enjoyed that question. Maybe that one was on the journalist tried to sneak in because I don't think they would let him. He just dodged it. He absolutely dodged the question about Chiesa in terms of, like, will he get more game time, which suggests to me that he won't. And I'm not going to lie, this is one of the reasons why I don't really feel bad about being against the manager now. Not because I tried to keep the faith as long as possible. And I still believe he's a good manager. People can say what they want. I may not be slotting anymore because this has just got out of control. But I still know he's a good manager. And I still, you know what I mean? I believe in another world, in another lifetime, maybe giving him the time to turn it around would be the greatest thing and the best thing to do, because eventually he will get it right again. He's a top manager. Like, I don't really care how much people hate him or whatever. He is still a top manager. But I cannot believe the way he has treated Chiesa in terms of, like, Chiesa has always played well when he's come on. And I think the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of, the way he's being treated was today dodging the question about Chiesa in the press conference. Even if you don't want to give him praise, I think publicly you should, after how well he did in that moment. And I remember in the post game as well when like he was speaking about it. And if I'm not sure, I don't want to actually like misquote him, but didn't he say something like he would kind of expect any professional to make this effort? Wasn't it something along them lines, people? Let me know if I'm misquoting or misremembering, because obviously there was a big fallout after that game, and I remember we talked a lot was going on. But didn't he allude to like what Chiesa did is what any professional should do? Wasn't it something like that? And I was listening, and I was like, the man kind of just saved your job. That was an absolutely amazing bit of integrity, play, intelligence, effort, whatever you know what I mean? And then like he kind of was just like, oh, I would expect that from anyone. And I'm like, no, make it Chiesa specific. Give him the like, and I don't even care if you did it in private. That is a moment you do in public. You give him praise publicly. And I'm like, what on a real, like, what on earth has Chiesa done? What has Chiesa done? And no, Slot, every professional wouldn't do that when they're treated the way you've treated them. The level of professionalism from Chiesa is out of this world. For him to be treated the way he has in terms of the lack of game time he's been getting and the lack of public backing he's got. And the dedication he's shown to the club. And then you can't even give him public praise. I am so confused. Like, it was almost like he's got a disdain for the man or something like that. It's weird. It is weird. I have no idea what. And the thing is, and this is something we don't know, which I doubt there is. Chiesa has got impeccable, as I said, integrity, impeccable knowledge of the game. His work rate, his professionalism is impeccable. I'm just looking at a guy that, like, he can't be a headache. I doubt very much he's a problem in the training. What is it why you don't like him, Slot? Like, I am confused as hell as to what it is that you don't like. And on top of all of that, he ain't like some little passion merchant who just runs around and you can kind of be like, well, you know what? He's not really good, but he makes effort. I can kind of, I kind of get why the manager ain't playing him. He's a former world-class player who the only reason why he isn't world-class currently is because he went through such a severe injury and he's never really been able to get his career back on track to that extent. But we're talking about a player that 4 or 5 years ago was considered one of the greatest players on the planet. So he ain't no mug. I am so confused. I'm so confused. And that kind of did annoy me and rattle me. And that's one of the things that pisses me off. And if I'm being honest with you, I believe if he gave Chiesa a run of games and Chiesa could get back that form and get back that fitness, I think it'd be so integral to Liverpool playing well. I just do. No matter what. I don't know. It's weird. It is weird to me, man. And the fact that Mo ain't playing well makes it even more weird, because if Mo was playing out of this world and Gakpo's playing out of this world, then you'd go, well, you know what? Them men are playing well. I get why he ain't. Are they? I mean, he was asked about Gakpo. One of the questions that he was asked, if I'm not mistaken, was something about, do you think it's got something to do with the competition, why Gakpo isn't playing that well? Again, it kind of felt like a bit of a dodged question. But I think we all know it's because he hasn't got any competition. Not even just competition. The real reason why he's doing well, he's not doing as well as he should be, really, I guess, is because he was in a rotation last season and now he's not. He's playing week in, week out. And even though I rate Gakpo, and I do think Gakpo is super talented, the whole time he's been at Liverpool, he's had competition. This is the first time he hasn't. Has that got something to do with it? I don't know. But you need competition, right? Because there'll be times in he'd have been dropped when he's not playing well, comes out the limelight, gets his thoughts together, Diaz plays, and then he comes back in at some other point and then does well again, most probably. Like, now he ain't got that. He's just playing week in, week out, and we haven't really ever seen that. Even under Klopp, I don't think Gakpo was like a guaranteed starter playing week in, week out. And that means he's kind of not used to it. I don't know. But again, it just felt a little bit like he was dodging the question a little bit. One of the things that I didn't like, even though what he's saying is absolute fact, is when he was talking about the draw and the win in the last 2 games being better than the previous games and we lost to. Now, of course, that's better. 4 points from 6 rather than no points from 6. Obvious, right? So he's right. He's factually right. I'm not sure. I was trying to read the body language in the way he was saying it, and it was like, I'm trying to figure out whether you're being real or you're just trying to pluck positives because there aren't many. I was trying to figure it out, tone of voice, body language. Like, are you gaslighting? Are you covering? Are you being real? And obviously, I'm no expert, so I'm not sure. But from what I gather, it kind of from my interpretation of the way his body language and everything was, for me, it kind of felt like it was something he was holding on to. He didn't truly believe it, but he's got to hold on to it because as a manager, you have to look for positives, I guess. As a fan, though, I can be like, yeah, you're stating the obvious, mate. Of course, it's better than it was, but it still ain't good enough. Like the part where he spoke about we were only a deflected goal away from 2 clean sheets. I'm like, well, not really, bro, because that Chiesa chance, well, I mean, he did mention that as the only clear chance in the game, but that chance normally would result in a goal, right? Chiesa just did a bit of magic there. I don't think you can then turn around and go, well, other than a deflected goal, yes, the deflection was definitely lucky for them, but they played well in the game. It ain't like they didn't play well in the game. I do think we were probably just the better team, but it was a crap performance overall, right? And it wasn't even a good game to watch, really. So, like, it was just one of them things where I'm just thinking to myself, Slot, you feel like you've just lost it a bit? Like, even mentally, like, you don't know how to cope with this, do you? You really don't. And again, he's never been through anything like this before. So I guess maybe it's natural. I don't know. But I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, like, is it delusion? Is it you don't know how to cope? Is it I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. All I know is this press conference was, do you know what? Big up 73. It was a mess. It really was. It was all over the place, man. It just I don't know, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm just sick of it now. The last thing I wanna speak about in terms of like what he said, he spoke about like Verts and Isak getting better. Um, he also spoke about Kirkes getting better, and he thinks he could see game day by day, week by week, they're getting better, they're getting more up to speed and whatnot. They should be. Look how far into the season we are now. Of course, they should be getting up to speed now, playing better. So I think that was like a really obvious statement. Again, the whole press conference was just like, yeah, it was a mess. I didn't really like the answers. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But yeah, I wasn't happy with it, man. And we're going into that Leeds game, and I don't really have any confidence that we can do anything. I don't think that's being helped by the fact that they just beat Chelsea so convincingly. Um, it was it was a little bit like disheartening to watch how easily they dispatched of Chelsea in that game because we're going there next, right? And I think after that good performance against Man City in the second half, where they can be massively encouraged coming back from 2-0 down, only just losing to a bit of a wonder goal in the end from Foden, and being so unlucky to not get a point away at Man City, then having to play Chelsea at home, doing really, really well. Now Liverpool, and it's like, imagine getting Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool 3 games in a row. The only thing that could have made that run harder is if you threw Arsenal in there, a team that's in relegation form, or were before, and a team that everybody thinks is going to go down. And then they've already got 3 points out of 6 so far, and there's a great possibility for them to get 4 or maybe 6 points out of 9 come the end of that run. Crazy. Good on them. Well played, Leeds. I can't even lie. Well played. And I definitely think it's going to be either 4 points from 9 or 6 points from 9. Liverpool aren't going to go and beat Leeds. They're not. Liverpool are not going to go and beat Leeds. And I'm not saying it's impossible for us to beat Leeds. Of course, that ain't the case. But what is the probability of us beating Leeds? It is extremely low. I think from what was said in the press conference and from his actions, I think we can definitely tell Salah's going to start the next game. think that's pretty obvious. So yeah, look, I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up Akia though. Says big up and much love. Big up your damn self, man. Always appreciated. Always appreciated. And for some reason, it didn't actually save this one. I noticed it when I first jumped in, so I almost forgot it was there. So big up, man. But yeah, man, people, I don't really know. I just don't know. It is what it is, man. Let me know what you lot think in the comments below if you're watching afterwards. Big up to everyone who's been in the chat as well. I can see arrogance, cockiness, delusion. Esky says time for him. It's time he got a flight to Ibiza. No, sorry, tell him he's got a flight to Ibiza and he'll wake up. Okay. We can beat Leeds. We can. Will we though? Big up my boy Sadiq. It says they're supposed to, duh. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just wants to party. I think that's a bit of a misconception. I do think he's a model professional, and I do think he hates losing. And I think this is eating him alive. What's going on? I just like I don't know. But people, big up your damn selves, as I said. Love us always for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing well. We will be back as always for the Don, Hassam, and Tom show. Kopish collab at around 1:30. So please put your notifications on. Get ready for that one. Tune in. And people, it's been a pleasure. Let me know again, as I said in the comments, what you think of the press conference and just everything going on with us at the moment. And we will also be back at some point with a preview as well for that Leeds game. So busy Friday, people. Love as always. Big up your damn selves. And don't forget, guys, this video is sponsored by okjersey.com, where you can get an extra 8% off if you put in the code Kopish. Get over there. They've got so many good things over there. Top quality. They've even got extra merch as well now, guys. So please make sure you go and do that. And definitely don't forget to add Kopish so they know that you came through our channel, which helps with our sponsorship with them. People, it's been an absolute pleasure. Big up your damn selves. And we'll catch you on the flip side, man. Until then, enjoy your Friday as much as you can. And yeah, we'll be back soon, people. Peace.